Hello, my name is Jeff Arbo, Senior Publicist at Goose Lane Editions, Canada's oldest independent publisher. I am thrilled to be welcoming you all today to a celebration of the publication of Autism Arts, a partnership between Autism Nova Scotia and the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia.
Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that our organizations are located on unceded Indigenous land. Autism Nova Scotia and the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia are located on Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Goose Lane Editions is located on the traditional unceded territory of the Wolastoqey and Mi'kmaq people. Next, let's hear from our special guests, including the Honorable Suzanne Lones-Croft, Minister of Culture and Heritage, Dale Shepherd from the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia, Cynthia Carroll, Executive Director at Autism Nova Scotia, and Joan Craig, co-founder of Autism Nova Scotia. Let's take a look.
I'm honored to be with you today to celebrate the Autism Arts book launch. April is Autism Acceptance Month. It is a time for us to reflect and to have conversations about the acceptance and inclusion of people all across the autism spectrum. For many years, I myself worked with many students living with autism. Our province is enriched by people of all abilities and backgrounds. In turn, we must ensure that our community-based supports reflect our diverse population. That's why inclusive community programs like Autism Arts plays a critical role in building a strong, accessible Nova Scotia. For 15 years, Autism Arts has shaped our province by providing a safe place for inclusive self-expression. The program has allowed young people to develop new skills, build meaningful friendships, and connect with their community. This book demonstrates that art has no boundaries. It showcases the many ways participants are able to master the art of telling their own story through their own creative lens. I would like to thank the artist program leaders, volunteers, and staff that made this incredible initiative come to life. The work you do every day contributes to a more diverse, inclusive, and creative Nova Scotia. Congratulations on this successful book launch.
Thank you for joining us for the launch of Autism Arts. My name is Suzanne Alexander. I'm the publisher of Goose Lane Editions, and today I want to share with you just how happy we are to participate in the publication of this book with the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia and Autism Nova Scotia. This book is an unusual one for us. It both tells and illustrates the story of the Autism Arts program at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. The program is experimental. It encourages both inventiveness and play while it focuses on the art-making process and on fostering skills for day-to-day life. It also addresses the issues of inclusion and access directly and with a considerable amount of panache. Included in the book, you'll find stories of individual participants, lesson plans developed by the Autism Arts Partnership, and amazing reproductions of the paintings, drawings, and prints that have resulted from the program. As a partner publisher, we hope that you'll spend some time with the book. And if you do, we expect that you'll find it to be as revealing, astonishing, and as life-affirming as we have. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dale Shepherd, and I'm the Curator of Education and Public Programs at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. It is a true pleasure to celebrate the launch of the Autism Arts publication. The long-standing and solid partnership between the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia and Autism Nova Scotia has enabled the Autism Arts program to strengthen, grow, and evolve over the past 15 years, culminating in this beautiful book. Since the earliest days, this program has been a collaborative effort, grounded in the belief that together our impact is all the stronger and meaningful for every one of us, including most specifically families with a child or multiple children on the autism spectrum. What has become increasingly evident is that Autism Arts is all about learning and growing as we build welcoming places of gathering for people to connect with and through art. The Art Gallery of Nova Scotia is deeply committed to this vision with our community. The dedication of so many people who have invested their time, energy, and knowledge into making this program today is truly remarkable. This has become very, very apparent as this publication has come to fruition. I would like to acknowledge the commitment of the on-the-ground team facilitating the Autism Arts Saturday art classes, including all of the artists and autism support staff and therapists over the years, who have worked together to design and implement the workshops. Their role is key to the success of this program. Special thanks to artist Agne Kubu-Liote, who has devoted over 10 years to autism arts, and autism support facilitator Reese Chang. They invited us into the Saturday art classes as we were working on this book to observe, photograph, and share the space with them and the participants. The sense of care, love, trust, and respect was palpable when we walked through the doors of the studio. This is a time in the week that is special for participants of Autism Arts. The gallery is theirs. The studio is familiar, it's fun. A gallery walk is a visual journey to learn more about art and to build confidence. An exploration. A time when trust is paramount as a young artist might find respite with their volunteer looking at different artworks. Thank you to these young artists and their families. I would like to thank artist Melissa Marr and graphic designer Amy Batchelor, who worked with me to dig deep into the structure and visual layout of the book to tell this story. Also, thank you to Cynthia Carroll and Autism Nova Scotia for their shared commitment to build this program and to create this book. Goose Lane has been a generous host for this launch, and we thank them for their important role in making this book so great. And thank you to Joan Craig, who reminds us all of the importance of taking time, of being patient, of listening, of noticing. She has been the bedrock of autism arts throughout the years. Autism Arts is a story filled with love and art, promise and hope. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cynthia Carroll, and I'm the Executive Director of Autism Nova Scotia. It brings me such incredible joy to speak to all of you today as we celebrate the long-awaited publication of the book, Autism Arts. When I reflect back on my time as Executive Director, there are special moments that really stand out as critical and historic at the very heart of our organization. One of those moments is the creation of the Autism Arts program. Autism Arts first sprang into action in 2006. Before its creation, there was a critical lack of community-based supports for children and youth on the autism spectrum in Nova Scotia. Recognizing this gap and the crucial role community engagement has on a person's quality of life, Autism Nova Scotia partnered with the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia to create the program as a way for autistic individuals to connect with their community and express themselves through art. Whether you're on the spectrum or neurotypical, we all need a way to feel connected to each other and understood by the people around us. Having the opportunity to provide an outlet for the incredible talent that exists in the autism community and promote inclusion has been truly gratifying and life-changing experience for so many people. The beautiful pictures and stories that are nestled within the pages of the book illustrates the uplifting environment inclusion nurtures and gives the reader a glimpse into what it really truly means to belong. I really want to give a heartfelt thank you to the many individuals, families, sponsors, and partner organizations who made Autism Arts, both the program and the book, possible. Thank you to the Craig Foundation, the Chalkers Foundation, Halifax Youth Foundation, and the Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia for your generous funding support over the years. Thank you to the wonderfully talented Steve Farmer and Alex Van Helvoort for the beautiful photography, Amy Batchelor for the cover and page design, with assistance from Veronica Jorna, Aidan Gillis for the illustrations. I want to give a heartfelt thanks also to the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia for being our longtime partner in this incredible program, and to Goose Lane Editions for making the book come to life. A huge shout out to our amazing coordinators, volunteers, and participants of Autism Arts for being inspirations really to all of us, and for helping to shape this program into the successful model it is today. And finally, to Joan Craig, with whom none of this would be possible. Joan, we did it. And the book is even more beautiful than we ever thought it could be. I sincerely hope that everyone watching today gets the chance to experience this incredible book, and that you all love it as much as I did. From my family to yours, thank you for all of your support and being part of this wonderful journey with us together.
I'm Joan Craig, and I'm a founder of Autism Nova Scotia. When I first saw the book, I was ecstatic. It was a dream come true. It was a beautiful, beautiful book. Well, it's always been a dream of mine that Autism Arts come together. But it was somebody else, Sheila Nolan, whose idea was to do that. And so they decided to do it through the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. So we had lived in Montreal, where everything that I ever dreamt of seemed to blossom, because the arts just appealed to me so much. So that's why we established the foundation. And then we decided to add autism as well to it. So, because as I said up to then, I didn't think that I could do anything about that. So when they said autism and the arts together, I was absolutely pleased. So what pleases me the most about Autism Arts at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia is that it's not just a class where people go in with their crayons, the kids come in and a piece of paper. Every class is organized, and it focuses on each child who is attending the class and what their abilities are. Each child has a mentor sitting with them to help them along and encourage them. And as I said, they have professional people who organize these classes, psychologists and artists and people in all the fields that are needed. And this is what pleases me the most, is that each child is treated as an individual. It's not just a class of everybody coloring the same thing. Every child is taken into consideration. I love going to when they have the graduation ceremony and hearing the young artists describe their art and how they put it together. And it's like a masterpiece to them. It's just the best thing they could ever do in their life. And I love that part of it especially. And I did attend only once, and I couldn't get over how the children seem to think it's their space. Somebody said, "And what's your name?" And I told him, and he went right back to what he was doing, as though to say, "You better behave here, this is my space," right? So that pleases me very much that they took over the art gallery. And I know that another thing that pleases me is that if the children are bored or just not interested that day, when somebody from the program will take them on a walk through the gallery and talk about all the different, and heard back from one of the parents that his son said, "Dad, you should come to the art gallery. You should see all the colors there." So I just thought that's what we wanted, for him to feel at home, not just in doing the artwork, but in the building itself.
Yeah, it's much more than just the art side of things.
Yes.
Do you think the book captures the spirit of the program?
Absolutely. I know it took a long time. But we wanted it to be perfect, and Dale Shepard at the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia is a genius at doing just the right thing with young people. That's her job there. And I'm so very, very pleased with it. I just think it's an amazing book. I love the fact that so many of the children are included in the book and talking about what they do.
For the next portion of our program, please join me as Marianne Peters, Executive Assistant at Autism Nova Scotia, interview some of the participants and their families of the Autism Arts program.
Please state your name and the community in which you live. My name is Nicholas James Hasey, and I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
My name is Peyton Lily Dix, and I live in Cool Harbor.
My name is Tracy Avery, and I live in Hammonds Plains. What's your name?
Kyle Avery.
How long have you been involved with the Autism Arts program?
I was involved with the Autism Arts program for 10 full years from 2006 to 2016.
Kyle, what year did you start Autism Arts?
2006.
Wow, so you've been going to Autism Arts for a long time.
For a long time.
Do you like it?
Yes.
How do you think Autism Arts is special or different from other programs?
It's I think Autism Arts is very including because they're taking kids who want to actually try to do something, but it might be hard in other programs. So they created that thing for autistic kids to be able to come and do art and be able to be with people who help them and be able to have friends there with autism too, and basically have fun while doing art.
Why do you think it's important to have a program like Autism Arts in the community?
I think that having Autism Arts in the community is a big difference because really you're letting kids who usually try to like hide who they are, which is not what you should do. You should let your freak flag fly. And I really like Autism Nova Scotia because it's helping people with disabilities be able to go out there, be their self, and just be you, be them.
I think it's important to have a program like Autism Arts because a lot of kids and young people with autism like the arts, and it's a wonderful way to show expression and how to make themselves feel like they're part of the community, especially where it's offered downtown Halifax. They get to go and participate in something meaningful and be a part of a group.
Do you have a favorite memory or activity you would like to share about the program?
My favorite memory about in Autism Arts is when I had one of my volunteers named Colette. We made a beautiful masterpiece, and it's of a unicorn made out of cardboard cutouts with stickers and paint. And I really want to give a shout out to Colette for being there for me and just helping me through the struggles.
Kyle, what's your favorite part about Autism Arts? What do you like to do the best when you're there?
Coloring.
Coloring. Do you like to paint?
Yes.
And do you make all kinds of different crafts?
Yes.
Yeah. But coloring is your favorite?
Yes.
You're very good at coloring.
Very good at coloring.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you first saw the Autism Arts book?
When I first saw the book, I was honored to be a part of it. I mean, 4 pages, that's quite a lot, and I'm immortalized in a book. And when I showed it to my parents, they were so happy to see my story brought out there.
I felt really excited when the book came out because the book's putting a statement out there to all the people who buy the book, not just people's parents from the Autism Arts, but people who visit the art gallery, because it's putting our word out there that autism is not something you should hide. You should just let it be shown, and you're who you are, and you were born that way.
When I first saw this book, the Autism Arts book, I was blown away. It showcases so many different individuals and their unique talents. It describes everything from the materials that were used to the individuals, and it tells a little bit about the stories of some of the participants. It's really quite something. Both of my boys are in the Autism Arts program, Kyle here and his twin brother Brandon, and they both look forward to going every week. And it is something that they really enjoyed looking through this book and finding themselves in the pictures and their friends that they've been going to art with.
What was your favorite part about the Autism Arts book?
My favorite part about the book? That's a hard one. I would have to say seeing everyone's different talents put out there, like their own story. Like, I've noticed a few familiar faces in there that I've known for, I would have to say, for 15 years now with Autism Arts. And some of them have gone out there, they go like, oh, come take a look at this. And they're out there now in a book on their own. So that's my favorite part.
My favorite part about the book is getting to see why the program was made and what it's doing for our community, because it's doing really, really great things for kids with disabilities.
What would you say to someone thinking of joining the Autism Arts program?
Do that. Do it because, and we've told several families when they are wondering what their child can do, and there have been so many times when we've encountered other families and they said, I think my son or my daughter has been tested, they're somewhere on the spectrum, and we've told them to get involved with it because for our own experience. Here is Nick now wanting to follow a career in animation, and it all started with him being involved with Autism Nova Scotia and Autism Arts, that he was able to leave each day, each Saturday, and have this wonderful experience.
Autism Arts is a fantastic program. I would encourage anyone to give it a go. I actually was talking to someone the other day that thought their child wouldn't benefit from this program, and I told them they're absolutely wrong. My Brandon, when he started, he wasn't as into it, but now the smile on his face, he's so excited to go, and every week he produces something very cool.
Is there anything else you would like to say or share to our viewers of the Autism Arts book launch?
I want to let everyone know that not only is this book an amazing story of what has happened at Autism Nova Scotia with the art program, but it also, purchasing the book will also support programs like Autism Arts that all these individuals participate in. So even if your child is not featured in this book, it is a great coffee table book. It's a great gift. It's something that anyone that loves the arts would really appreciate. And you're also giving back.
As a teacher, I found that a lot of parents, and ourselves included, looked at autism through a lens that was unfamiliar. But when we started exploring through Autism Art and different avenues that were made available to Nick, we soon found that's the quickest way to help, support, and be supported by other people and agencies such as Autism Art. And our child definitely flourished and has experienced not only what was in the program, but grew to try other things that he he was interested in. So it gave him a great deal of self-confidence.
It was more than just an art class. It was a class to join a lot of families and get us to show how proud we are of our son. And Autism Arts is one of the things that's made us so thrilled to have him there. Buy the book. It's great.
I'd like to say one more thing. For anyone who wants to do something that they love, they should pursue it and keep going at it, and above all, never give up.
I love Autism Arts.
Thank you to everyone who tuned in for this celebration of Autism Arts, a wonderful publication and a partnership between Autism Nova Scotia and the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia. If you'd like to find or purchase a copy of this book, you may do so where fine books are sold, including your local independent bookseller, any Chapters Indigo Coles location, or online at www.gooselane.com. If you would like to learn more about Autism Nova Scotia, please visit their website at www.autismnovascotia.ca. If you'd like to learn more about the Art Gallery of Nova Scotia, you may also do so at www.artgalleryofnovascotia.ca. Thank you once again for joining us.